Hilarious, man. Take two. Take two is now the name of today's show. The computer had a meltdown. It's now 1848. You're watching the Black Fitzpatrick Show, the King of 05.
Once in your life you find someone turns your heart around. Yes, and you know you're cruising down the town. Think of this with you. All my life is He's trying to I've been looking too hard and waiting too long. Sometimes I don't know what I'll find. I only know it's a matter of time. When you love someone, when you love someone, feels so right. so good. We make love that's understood. More than a touch, a word we say. Only dreams lead its way. We love someone, yeah. Baby, love someone. I know it's right. From the moment I wake up to deep in the night, knowing all I'm hoping you to know me. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. I've been waiting for a girl like you, for a love that will survive. I've been waiting for someone who make me feel alive. Yeah, waiting for a girl like me coming through my life. Waiting for
I knew if I would play Foreigner, Waiting for a Girl Like You, Starscream would show up. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, take two. And hey, Greenie, and hello, lurkers, and Raging. Look, dude, you know me. I like challenges. Look, I took the stop drinking red wine challenge. Did it. Did it on my first try. Greenie, your ears were bleeding. That's an expression they say over here. And hey, Jamie. Look, well, you may be in a long line, but look, you're with the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. You're amongst friends. But I'll actually do it, Raging. I'll do it, man. If you want, I'll play ABBA all day tomorrow. It'll be like you and me watching, and that's it. Hold on a second. Do you want me to play Sinatra right now, or is that what you're trying to tell me? You said just work on my birthday. You want me to sing "Fly Me to the Moon" on your birthday tomorrow, and I don't have to play ABBA all day? Look, I got a concert. I'm going to come back in a great mood. Okay, good. Okay, then I won't play it next. I'll do what I did with the last one, and. And I listen to it once, and then I try to just karaoke and go for it. Maybe I should listen to it today. No, I think I'm going to take the challenge tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow, Raging, okay? Because no, or I should write it down on a piece of toilet paper. But I like the ABBA all day. That would really piss off a lot of people. They may actually enjoy it. They must really love it. I'll just play like ABBA Gold, the whole record, which is like, I don't know, 22 mega smash hits. And I'll just play it in a row until the walrus comes out. But what is she doing tomorrow? She's got a late catering. I think I'm going to beat her. I got a concert. I go on stage I get off the stage at 9:30, load out at 10. So if I really come home early, I might have a couple of drinks, stop sweating and all that stuff. And come back here and try to eat some food. And I'll turn the show on. I don't know, maybe your time would be 4:30 in the afternoon. We do have 22 mega smash hits in Europe. I'm not making it up. ABBA Gold. Check it out. Google it. I was guesstimating when I said 22, but every single song on ABBA Gold is a certified #1 hit, at least in Sweden. If you've ever been to IKEA, show some common decency. The sad part about everything from IKEA is that it's made in China. Look, the Blackie Fitzpatrick show is about acceptance. I'm not here pushing anything. Oh, yeah, buy my book. Oh, that's right, JB already did. JB, have you finished my book yet? I want it back. Oh, that's right, you bought it. I'll press one of that. Free Hong Kong. Yeah, this show's not political, but you're allowed to talk about whatever you want, as long as it's in PG-13. Raging likes to fish. I don't know a lot about Sweden. All I know is like ABBA. I love Absolute Vodka. It's actually a really, really good one. And IKEA. Swedish meatballs. I learned that from the Muppets. It's cold. Yeah, they do like fish. It's way up north. It's like mega, mega dark there. And sometimes it's mega, mega light. I never had a Swedish girlfriend, so I can't talk about. Look, the show's PG-13. Let your mind go where it wants to go. After all, hey, I got a handful of people. Press thumbs up before you leave. Show some common decency. See, that's a Don Rickles joke, right? I pretend like I'm a jerk. I pretend like I have Tourette's or something, right? I don't. I'm actually really cool. I can't say that joke. Look, here's the deal. There is no deal. You guys know this. Every time you come to my show, the only thing I do is clink, cheers from Vienna. And for any lurkers who are watching, don't be afraid of the blue wrenches and all that stuff. Just come in, and my people will check you out. And usually somebody will write to me through Messenger or whatever and say yes or no or whatever, because they can't kill you. They can put you in timeout. I'm the only one who can kill anybody. But this show is PG-13. You can talk about anything. I really could care less. Free Hong Kong. Good. Never been there. I knew a guy who lived. He was an American guy, and he worked at the Hong Kong International Airport. I thought that was so cool. And we used to be ramp rats together on Martha's Vineyard Island. And he told me these glamorous stories about living in Hong Kong. And how cool it was, and how pretty it was, and how beautiful it was. And then, but there's a 100-year deal with England, and it looks like that deal is over. It's kind of like the same thing we had with the Panama Canal, and everybody made deals like 100 years ago, and then the deal is over. So China's kind of in charge. They can do whatever they want. But should they stay free? I hope so. They grew up 100 years. They were free. And then England was like, time to pull out. Look, England used to own Jamaica, then they pulled out. France used to own Haiti, then they pulled out. Look, Raging knows. France used to own Louisiana, then there was a purchase. And I learned this by watching some of the stuff yesterday. And Texas was supposed to be part of the deal, but that was Spain and Mexico, and everybody's fighting about Texas. Yeah, Green, you're also Louisiana. You guys are all part of the purchase. Look, I know my history. A little bit. I was brought up in Massachusetts, and they didn't teach me a lot about European history. So when I came over here, I was like, I moved here when I was 22 to Europe, and I was like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. The War of 1812. I must have been falling asleep during that history lesson. Napoleon, short guy? I don't know. Was he a good guy or a bad guy? Look. Sorry, I'm not reading half the chat here right now. Oh, thanks, Greenie. Yeah, press thumbs up before you leave. A lot of people, even my mother, she's like, Blakey. I always forget to press thumbs up. It's normal. That's why I say it as a Don Rickles joke. I pretend like I'm a real jerk, like Napoleon. Hold on a second. Was that Mussolini? Look, I didn't understand all this stuff when I was a kid. No, I watched this thing or whatever it was on Fox. They were talking about the Alamo and some guy called Sam Houston, and there was all this Texas stuff. We need to get Carol in here, get some Texas people. What's up with Crystal Keith? How come she doesn't hang around here anymore? We need to get Texas back in the house. Click, cheers from Vienna. No, it was with that David Kilby guy or whatever. I watched that show. It was good, actually. I learned a lot, actually. I didn't realize what was going on. I just thought the Alamo and all that stuff, and I didn't realize all the complexities that was surrounded around that whole area, and the timing with the Louisiana Purchase and the confusion. Everybody was drinking moonshine. They were sleepy. So there was a lot of there's a lot of history. I really liked that. I watched that show. That was good. Okay, so I'm not going to play Sinatra today. Remind me tomorrow when you show up. We'll all sing happy birthday to you, Raging. But I am the king of lo-fi, so tell me what you want to hear. But I'm going to play a song here right now, and we'll see how far the show goes. It's now 1906. I plan on having some snacks. I got these little pizza things lined up from the freezer. Nothing special. So I'm going to eat some food. I did my chores. So how do I play this hustle? I already did that one. I'm gonna try to move things in a different direction, like a magician, sleight of hand. No, 1 + 1 = 11. It's actually true if you use logic. But I'm not here to teach anybody anything. I'm here to be the king of nothing. But yeah, I'm not really doing anything. Oh, I get to be myself? The walrus isn't here. Ah. Well, I get to be myself in PG-13. And that's cool. I'm not religious. I'm a Christian. I'm not political. I don't vote. I love watching politics, though. It's really funny. More fun watching politicians than going to the circus. Look, nowadays circuses are banned, maybe for a good reason. We get to watch Cirque du Soleil instead. Acrobats. People can bend over backwards and do weird stuff, which is entertaining. Sometimes I feel like I'm in Cirque du Soleil. I'm like the clown. I tell you, before I wanted to become a drummer, I wanted to become a clown. And I think people who know me enough believe me. I should play this as a joke. Good. This is how my brain works, because I don't think I remember playing this. Oh, no. Who's the original? I thought it was somebody else. I don't know. Which one has more views? Okay, we'll go with this one. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi.
Isn't it great? Are we up there? Near at last on the ground, you will be there. Send in the clouds. Isn't it clear? Don't you agree? One who keeps turning round, one who can't move. Where are the clouds? Send in the clouds. Just when I start to believe more. Finally knowing all I wanted was yours. Making my entrance again with my usual flair. Sure of my life, no one is there. Don't you love fire? My heart I feel. I thought that you would run out. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clouds? Quick, send in the clouds. Don't bother, they're here. Isn't it rich?
Should I kill it? Go on later.
Isn't it queer? To take my time in this way. But where are the clouds?
My first one.
There
Keep right for me.
ought to be
Keep right for me.
clouds.
So early, I don't care.
Where
If I care, I will tell you.
maybe
I thought about I would love to have some songs that one can sing with it. I don't know why, but before in the radio, the Pentatonix version of Hallelujah, and this was great because I yelled. 160 is okay, also.
For a quick walk. Hey, that was Judy Collins with Send in the Clowns. And speaking of sending in the clowns, every time I play a song, something happens. I played Waiting for a Girl Like You, then Starscream showed up. And now I say Send in the Clowns, and you show up. So that was a
Good.
setup joke.
No, I like it because somebody said I'm so funny.
No,
Somebody said,
good.
"Hey, I'm so funny." I said,
No,
"Yeah."
I was saying that I was.
If life gives you lemons, you make
You make lemonade. Correct.
Correct.
I read
that's
that
why
in
I'm
a book.
funny, even if not everything is funny, because I can't change it anyway. So
Correct.
I
No.
had a lot of fun because today we found out with the girl I was working at Imelda from the Philippines.
We're sharing this one.
It's done.
You have a lighter?
Yes.
Good, because I'm using this sucker. I had my next song lined up, and I was going to call it Fire Starter and light the joint. And then, but Send in the Clowns, and then you show up. I said I wanted to be a clown when I was 5. No, excuse me, 4. And then
Well,
when I
it's
was 5.
funny because
Okay, you have the floor. Go for it.
because we talk English with each other, and she says something to me, and half of the time I misunderstand what she says, and she misunderstands what I say. So I said, between us stands the English language. It divides us. It doesn't just
What's
connect
our
us.
mother tongue?
Philippine.
The Filipino.
Yeah.
They don't speak English there? I have no idea.
I don't know. She speaks quite good English, but still.
I thought they speak English there.
Yeah, but no, I think originally it's Spanish, or?
Well, French.
Sure.
But I think they have
Huh?
a thick dialect, probably. That's what it is.
Whatever, but it's funny because it's really, there was a lot of small misunderstandings. So I made a lot of fun about it because, instead of getting pissed off with each other, is it allowed to say that? Was this PG?
Just off is PG-13. Yeah.
Okay. It's better to make fun about it and say, okay, between you and me, when we work, is the English language. It doesn't connect us, it divides us.
No, it's. Look, I'll be honest with you. I've been as a world traveler. I love broken English. I love trying to speak French and completely failing. And But language is a great way to, especially if you can laugh at it, then it's funny, right? We're all trying to say the same thing, but sometimes, the words get mixed up. And so we hire translators if we have money, right? Like politicians, we get a translator. Even the translator gets it wrong half the time. I listen to these overdubs and I go, especially when they're translating German, and I know they're saying something different. Or they translate me when I speak on TV and they translate me into German. I was like, I didn't say that. They can put words in people's mouths. But I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think it's just it's that barrier, that language barrier. That's what people talk about a lot. But look, the Wallace has just joined us. And look, guys, I know I think I'm missing a couple requests. I'm making up words like crazy. I should hand this an adult cigarette back to you after one more puff. Hope I didn't make it wet. See, that's PG-13. Now, the Black People Expect show is about acceptance. And happy Boxing Day once again, everybody. It's the 26th. It's a holiday in Austria. It's called Stephen's Day. And in London and Canada, whatever, they call it Boxing Day. So happy 26th. In America, it's called Go Back to Work. In Russia, they don't even have a holiday. They don't have Christmas in Russia. I didn't know that. No Christmas. So it's like Christmas is like. But Isabel's thinking, I just was at work. But you got home super early. It's now 1916. I thought I heard something. You've been home for a while, haven't you?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Oh, yeah. I thought I heard a mouse in the other room, and I was like, can't be the war. It's mega early. So
leaving for lunch, it's mega early. Sorry.
Sometimes your lunches are prepped for a dinner. I didn't know it was a really lunch.
It was a lunch, and it was there more than 6 hours. So I think it's enough. Only because you don't realize when I'm leaving.
Well, I knew you. Did you do the plants? We said it was question mark, but that's a no. You didn't do the plants.
What?
You told me to write down Thursday plans.
Yeah.
Did you do it?
I know. What?
You're supposed to go.
No, I know. No, I didn't.
You said it'll live anyway, so you can do it on next week when you have the week off, which is good. We can go there together on New Year's Eve and go at night with a flashlight because all the lights are off. It could be romantic, You and me in the dark with plants. It's like being in. Nick, you're not supposed to. I was going to say being in Haiti because they have no lights at night, but I love third world countries. They turn the lights off. You're supposed to go to, especially when there's a curfew. So they just turn the electricity off for everybody. It's pretty good. It doesn't matter. There's no refrigeration there anyway. You think they have refrigerators in Haiti? This is the pretend scratch. Some of the places do. I saw some nice houses in Port-au-Prince, but that's where the French people lived. Clink, cheers from Vienna. No, okay, so the clowns came in. This might be too loud. I'll try to turn it down on my end. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go around to the speaker there. This is a song I have lined up, and then I'll go back to requests. I was going to make a joke about using this thing, but which is it's a fire starter. But this one is more copacetic. I don't want to use this all up. But the one that I had ran out. I'm going to. Ben says he's going to come to my concert tomorrow. Bring my Zippo bag. I'll be very pleased. Ben, I hope you come. Ben, I'm sending a message. Ben, please come tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
If it's happened.
I know. If not, I got to go watch the tobacconist and buy my own big lighter. I spend more money on lighters than I do on cigarettes. You're watching the King of Low. I was going to say Low Star. No, I'm not talking about you, Greenie. This song is called Firestarter from The Prodigy. I love getting my hair cut to this song. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi. Happy Boxing Day.
Also bad for you to stand up once in a while.
Sure, no, I pulled it up.
Very superstitious, writing on the wall. Very superstitious, let about to fall. Fetching back from back
Happy Of course, that was Earth, Wind, and Fire with their song called September. Raging, look, you gave me a hard one to follow. After Stevie Wonder, it's like I had to really scratch my head and try to figure out. And I know it's your birthday tomorrow, so I was like, I wanted to keep the theme going there for a little bit. We had a couple of new people joining the chat. Hello, Elena. Welcome back to the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. She's dancing. She likes that song. That was Stevie Wonder and Earth, Wind, and Fire. I mean, I could play stuff like that all night. It'd be great. But I do want to play you guys' requests and all that stuff. We got Mr. Ben Arslan's here, all with the requests. And the new lurkers. Greenie says she's dancing in the kitchen. Good. That's Ration started it. Hey, happy birthday, brother. So I was like, I know I saw your request, Ben, but I was like, I can't play Ben stuff after Stevie. Well, maybe I could. I did write the song. But then I thought, nah, I want to stick with that type of dancing stuff. And thank you guys for dancing at home. Hey, you know what? You can dance on lo-fi. You can dance while listening to music on a walkie-talkie. You can use, like, half the people are listening on their phone anyway, right? So it's kind of like a walkie-talkie anyway. So if you want to hear it like hi-fi, you got to like go to a really, really, I know I'm doing it now. I'm setting up a joke, but if you listen to what I'm talking and stop writing. I'm setting up a joke. Look, I am the king of lo-fi. This is, and I'm glad that you guys are satisfied. It's an opportunity, and I think Jamie was on earlier. It looks like he had to go to some place and he's waiting in a line, and in Boston. It's pretty cool. Makes us everybody think about Boston. What a beautiful city. Right on the Atlantic Ocean. Well, Massachusetts Bay. Okay, disgusting Boston Harbor. That was for JB, if you can hear me, or anybody who's ever been to Boston. There's a lot of different bodies of water. But JB is kind of like, at this moment, running around this town. See? This is how I roll, Ben. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi. Hope it sounds great on your end.
Every time they call, they call me on the phone. Cause you're not just in wrong. You can call them every day. Sunlight shines, the shine that makes you wake up. In the morning you keep push-ups before your coffee's even over. Yes, that I can die on you as you die on me. Running around this town, baby, in the sun. Running around this town, running around this town, running around this town, baby. You should die in the sun. Running around this town, running around this town. I feel like I wanna be a little boy, running around feeling so much joy. And I'm playing with the new toys. Sometimes life ain't easy, never forget. 'cause this is all that you can get. I guess I rely on you as you rely on me. Right around this town, baby, in the sound. Right around this town, right around this town, right around this town, baby. You should try to in the sound. Right around this town, right around this town. If you want, you can. Let's go outside. Running around this town, baby. Check out the feeling on your side. Running around this town. Running around this town. Running around this town, baby. Check out the feeling on your side. Running around this town. Running around this town. Running around this town, baby. Check out the feeling on your side. Running around this town. Running around this town.
Of course, that was Mr. Ben Arson with his song Running Around This Town. Hey, I got more than a handful of people here tonight. You guys are awesome. I know I'm on early. It is now 1936 here in Vienna, Austria. Once again, happy Boxing Day to everybody. You guys are like mega, mega awesome. And chat, you guys are doing a great job taking over. And sometimes I try to read it, sometimes I don't. So cut me some slack. I know people who do shows exactly like me. And thank you, Starscream, for that compliment. That was very, very nice. No, I thought it would be a good combination. So it's music first. Then I talk a little bit or whatever. You don't even have to look at my picture. I'm kind of like a radio show, right? Unless you'd like to watch me do the funny dance moves and stuff like that, or play drums and drink beer and smoke, then there's nothing to really look at. So I'm kind of like a radio show. And in the chat, you guys get to talk about whatever it is, and I can read the chat sometimes. And I try to play requests. Right now, I don't see anything in the queue, so I'm going to play something that I want to hear. And this is also a tie-in to Mr. Ben Arslan, but this is a song that I've recently fell in love with again, and I know I play it like 2 or 3 times a week. I love this song. I just can't say her name. We're watching the King of Lo-Fi. Hope it sounds great on your end.
Picture perfect memories scattered all around the floor. Reaching for the phone 'cause I can't fight it anymore. And I wonder if I ever cross your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's a hard one. I'm all alone and I put you down. Said I wouldn't come from lost all control and I put you down. And I don't know how I can do that. I just need you now. Shot of whiskey, can't stop looking at the door. Wish you could sweep them in the way you did before. Now if I ever cross your mind, it happens all the time. It's a color of the one. I'm a little drunk and I want you now. Say I wouldn't conquer, I'm stuck controlling, I need you now. And I don't know how I can do that. I just need you now. Yes, I can feel it all. It's a I need you. Haven't seen you since high school. You just see you're still beautiful. Gravity has decided to be. Why can't I let you rip yourself? One that's 5 and one that's 3. In 2 years since you left me. Good to know that you got free. That time was keeping you down on your knees. These bruises make for better conversation. Bruises, love that separates. It's gonna let you in. You're not lonely now you're there. Everybody knows you're got she's in Queens with the man around you. Funny back then she said that about you. Can't survive, I'll never guess who I saw. Never tell me, baby. You were best friends back then. Let's do this soon again. 10 years back, what it's been. Can't believe how time flies by. Leaving your lips on my pride. These bruises make for better conversation. Bruises, how that separates. Still let you in. You know how you've been. Everybody knows it. Yeah. These bruises make for better conversation. Losing
Great lyric.
the vibe that separates. It's good to know you got a friend to remember now and then. Every little make for better conversation. Losing the vibe that separates. Let you be free. You know you have to be.
Scratches at the end. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't have a small one in the crowd, but Elena and Star, you girls are really funny. It's hilarious. I almost want to read it out loud because I'm not going to remember it. Well, no, I'll watch it tomorrow. But it's hilarious, man. You girls are great. Really, really funny. Yes, Greenie, I get your sense of humor, and Elena, I get your sense of humor too. My favorite joke, though, from you girls in the last, whatever it was, 10 minutes I've been playing music. I haven't really looked at the chat. And then I started to read it, and I was like, you girls are funny. Greenie, I'll give you the Alaska joke. I think that you were tying that in with Sarah Palin. So that was a high-level joke that I think I understand you. Star, I think you and me are at the same level with our sense of humor. I actually really do like your sense of humor. I believe you that you get banned and on other channels and stuff. That's what you're called Greenie now. I don't think I ever banned you. Maybe I did. No, but I get your sense of humor. I love it, actually. It's high level. And the joke before where you dropped the F-bomb, hey, my show's PG-13, but that joke was really funny as well. I've been training myself to not care. That's a really, really high-level joke as well. Almost gets me depressed when I think about it. But I understand the wavelength, so I'm on the same page, girlfriend. But here's where you confused me, Star. You gave a request something about, I don't know, it didn't make any sense to me. So I was like, if you want to request time, now's the time to put it in. Look, correct. No, that's a good joke. Now you got. I wanted you to make a Sarah Palin joke, not a Monica Lewinsky joke. But look, as I say, my show is not political because I don't vote, but you're allowed to talk about politics. So I like stuff like this. No, I do follow politics as much as I follow basketball. As long as the Celtics are playing. No, I do follow politics. But right now, hey, you know, it's the Christmas season. Washington, D.C. is shut. Good. I don't have to watch the news anymore. There's nothing on the news. I check BBC to find out, you know, if there's a tsunami somewhere in Asia. But right now, in Europe and in USA, good. News is no news. So there's nothing happening. That's good. That's the perfect reason for me to start a show up. There's nothing happening here. No, I said again, my show is music. My show is I talk sometimes. And my show is a chat. And you guys are awesome. Okay, here's my go-to. I'm tempted. YouTube always gives me recommendations, and it's usually stuff that I played before. And all of it's really good. Except for that, there's one that they recommended. I'm not going to play that one because that's not music. But they gave me a bunch of music stuff, and then they gave me a little bit of politics. I'm not going to play the politics stuff here. That's another channel. My channel was the King of Lo-Fi, the first single from Coldplay.
How they shine for you. Everything you do.
Not bad for a first thing.
Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along. I wrote a song for you. All the things you do. It was called yellow. So then I took my time. Oh, what a thing to do. And it was all yellow. You know I love you so. I stumbled across, I chose to cross for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause you were all yellow. I drew a line, I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. And it was all yellow. Just for you, I bleed myself dry. It's true. How I shine for you. 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 How they shine, how they stars, how they shine for you. And all the things that you do.
I tell you, I love early music from mega groups. You're watching the king of lo-fi. I hope it sounds great on your side. Welcome to the Black Fitzpatrick Show, Tony. I know your name.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. You may find yourself living in a shotgun. You may find yourself in a automobile. You may find yourself with a beautiful wife. You may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Let the taste of mine. Oh, Lord, I'm gonna need to let the taste of mine.
You're watching the King of Lo-Fi. If you want to hear a track, try to catch my attention in the chat. If I don't play your song, it doesn't mean anything. If it takes a little bit of time for me to play your song, that does mean something. It means you had to wait. Look, it is now 2001. Hold on a second. Does that mean anything? No, it just changed. 2002. I knew it meant something. I needed to wait for that moment. Look, it's wonderful. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi, the king of requests. Wake up the neighbors, okay? Not the kids. Bring anybody you want who is PG-13 and super cool. This is by request for Starscream, Oasis, Wonderwall.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your eyes out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it out. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we had to walk are winding, and all the lights I need is where I'm blinding. Anything that I like to say, but I don't know how. You gotta be the one that saves me. You're just somehow realize what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And I know the roads that lead you down are winding. And all the lights that light the way are blinding to. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said, you gotta be the one that saves me. You're I said, you gotta be the one that saves me. You're my I said, you gotta be the one that saves me. You gotta be the one that saves me. You gotta be the one that saves
By request, Oasis with their lovely, that was probably their biggest international smash hit. Wonderwall, that was by request for Starscream. Welcome back to the show, FLS, Hank. Look, we got a decent crowd here, and I see only blue wrenches. So here's my message I'd like to give out. If anybody's watching my show right now and you don't have a wrench, please just join in. Look, and if anybody found me through hashtag beer, please follow the rules of your local parish or district. Clink, cheers from Vienna. Yeah, I got more than a handful, and I know everybody here. You guys are super, super cool, and thank you for spending Boxing Day with me. Boxing Day is a funny day. And I was talking about this earlier, but when I asked like 4 or 5 of my British guy friends that I was hanging around with when I first moved there in 1990, and then I understood the Christmas part. I moved there on Halloween. Actually, on the 30th, I moved to England, and of course on Halloween there was nothing. Thanksgiving there was nothing. So I waited, and then they had Christmas. I was like, oh, okay, I get this part. And then the next day, they says, it's also a holiday. And I says, what? In America, we go back to work on the 26th. It's not another holiday. And they said, yeah, it's called Boxing Day. So I asked 5 different English people, what is the word, or what is the holiday about? Boxing Day. And I got 5 different answers. And I had to wait. This is before the internet. I had to wait before Google, right? It didn't bother me that much to go to the library and ask the librarian, can I take a book out? I did have a library card in London. I could have went to the library and researched Boxing Day, but I was like, I don't really care that much. But today is Boxing Day, and the story is actually quite quaint. And I show PG-13. I can't say what I wanted to say. The story is, I'm going to stick with quaint. On the 25th, that's Christmas Day. And the rich people eat their food, drink their wine, whatever, right? And of course, they have servants because they're the mucky mucks. And the first class, you know what I'm talking about, the caste system. And they have servants. I don't know where they came from because I wasn't there. This is like an old days, Boxing Day is an old history. I think the Queen came up with the idea. No, it was the King in those days. Look, it's an old royal holiday, and Boxing Day that means the servants get the food the next day, but not the wine because they drank it all. It's a true story. Google it if you think I'm wrong. But happy Boxing Day, you guys. I heard stories about like you're supposed to watch like TV and they have boxing matches and stuff, and I'm like, I was like boxing, so it's about like Muhammad Ali, stuff like that, like Rocky. I was going to play this song, and I'm going to go to this is my go-to right now. Sorry if I'm missing any requests, but I did play Oasis, so at least I'm half in tune. Look, good enough in New York. My original title, the computer melted down. I forgot to put the fan in, so I got my startup in, but I'm going to go back to my original title because I already had this one set up, and then everything turned off. But Boxing Day is an old English tradition. I think they actually do it in Canada. I'm not really sure. But I do believe that I've heard that it's a Canadian holiday as well. After all, they got the Queen on their money. That's going to be worth a lot of money when she's dead. They have to change it to some Prince Charles, and then he's going to die, and then the other ones come in. They're going to be changing the money like crazy. So if you got it,
Charles doesn't get it. You already said no to that.
You said no, but officially he gets it. Officially, he's next in line. That's what I know. I know he said he doesn't want it, but officially, I think he has to do it. And then he's going to hand it over. Then he'll be like king for a day. There's an expression about that. And then he hands it over to his son. But officially, it has to go through him first if he's still alive. Queen Elizabeth II, she could go forever as far as I can see. She's looking pretty good and pretty strong. Okay. You're watching The King? Look, this is my original title. What did I call it? I forgot. Oh, no. Happy Rambo Rocky Day. Of course, that was the theme to Rocky. I tell you, a happy Boxing Day to everybody. Of course, Rocky is the famous movie about a boxer. Adrian, all that stuff, right? Philadelphia, running up the steps. But the cool thing about that movie is that he actually wrote it and directed it. I have no idea whose bed he was sleeping in, but that's a sweetheart deal for his first screenplay, first time as a lead actor, first time and they gave him the direction. He knew somebody. And look, what better place to meet somebody with you hanging out at the Muscle Boy gym and stuff. You get to talk to people and all that stuff. But I'm going to stick with this theme here on the Boxing Day show. Once again, if anybody's just joining, you're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick show. It is now 2017. Those numbers mean 2 years ago. The Blackie Fitzpatrick show is about acceptance. Blackie, you're from New England. Why are you talking about England? You just answered your own question. England was always for me, from New England, I always had a fascination with what would it be like to live in England? Would I feel comfortable there, or what happened? I mean, look, everybody loves the accent. It's very cute. You're right, going, huh? Say that again, please. John Cleese. I realized when I moved there that I didn't understand English, and my buddies and friends, the first year that I lived there, I learned a lot of English. So I always asked them, I said, I don't understand that. I'm watching Monty Python and still learn English, proper British, London English. Although they use a lot of different accents. That's where you get it. The English language, Great British language is totally different than the way I was brought up in New England. And I try to keep on speaking American now, but because I realize that I can't do a British accent. But I digress. I'm playing with words here. Boxing Day makes me think of, I thought of Sylvester Stallone. Where does Blackie's mind go next? Thanks for watching my show. I'm going to stay on as long as I can. Press thumbs up before you leave. But I'm going to go to a place, and whoever guesses, I'll just say it this way. It's another theme, like before I played the theme to Rocky. That's your clue. It's another theme, and it has to do with Boxing Day. If anybody can guess this, you get 1 Bitcoin. All you have to do is give me your bank account number, your date of birth, and your password, and I will give you a Bitcoin. Promise me, I will deliver. If anybody can guess this, though, let's have some fun in the Black If It's Bad show. After all, it is Boxing Day. I'm not going to say what it is. You guys can figure it out. Let's have some fun here. I love this, actually.
That is the magical music. That's cool. Okay.
This is goat's cheese, right?
Oh, there's a cow in it.
Really?
This is a goat, this is a cow. Really, ask the people.
No, I can't.
You don't know how the cow looks like and the goat looks like? Really?
Clench it, right? My favorite part is Mark's so great. Every note, I just love it. So big. You were definitely watching the king of lo-fi.
I was raised in Ukraine. I love it, but only it tastes different.
A little bit of an aftertaste. Not much.
Come è cominciata pensare la storia infinita con te, che sei diventata la mia re di tutta una vita per me. Ci vuole passione con te e un viso di passione, ci vuole pensiero, perciò l'amore di fantasia, ricordi la volta che ti canta, subito meglio sì, ti dico una cosa se non la sai, per me vale ancora così. Ci vuole passione con te, non deve mancare mai. Ci vuole mestiere perché l'amore di cuore sai, cantare l'amore basta mai. Ne servirà di per dirti ancora, per dirti che grazie di esistere. Come che non passano gli anni miei, la voglia infinita di te, cos'è quel mistero che non la sai, che porto qui dentro di me, saranno momenti che no, quelli che mi dai, saranno parole però. Ne servirà di più per dirti ancora, per dirti che più bella cosa c'è, più bella cosa c'è, l'unica che servirà in mezzo al mondo. Grazie. Grazie di esistere. Grazie di esistere. Grazie di esistere.
Wow, we have a surprise guest call here. You're watching the Document Fest show. My daughter's only here for a little bit because it looks like she's going to have her hair cut. It looks like it's, yeah, I know you're looking at your hair. Varon, this is what we call you now. Varon, do you want to talk about getting your hair cut? Okay, 3-second rule applies. You want to play a song? Nod your head up and down. Three-second rule applies. 3-second rule. Oh, no, that was good. You beat me. Good. You got the floor. So Veronica, when is Uncle Jim going to call me?
I
Okay, just remind Nana. Uncle Jim can. Uncle Jim has many, many computers. He can talk to me through Facebook.
don't know. Okay.
What time? What time is this meeting happening? Nana, did she walk out of the room, Veron? I'll take an educated guess and say yes. 3-second rule applies. Good. 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 We can also do the opposite game. Sometimes I do this on my show. Who can be quiet the longest? Do you think you can be quieter or me be quiet? You want to do the quiet game? That means no crunching. That means no clicking on the internet. No keyboard. You can't even swallow hard. It has to be like full silence. You want to play that game?
Okay.
Okay. We start in 3, 2, 1. Silence. Okay. Time out.
I have a better game.
Okay. What? That was a good start, though. We did it for 3 seconds. That was a 3-second rule. For anybody watching at home, Baran gave me the timeout sign. And I was like, okay, that's fair. What's the other game?
I think I can make you say yes.
You think you can make me say yes? I just said
I just
it.
did.
Oh, no, you won. I never heard that one before. I fell for that one, hook, line, and sinker. I was like a parrot. I just repeated what you said, and then I did say the word yes. So, yeah, you win that one. Okay, let's go back to 3-second rule. Are you getting your hair cut on the island?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's why I asked you.
Let's play a different game.
Okay, what game do you want to play?
Don't know.
There's a game called Don't Know?
Ew.
I never played the game Don't Know.
No. Stop. You're annoying like that.
I know, it's the clown part of daddy, I know. I mean father. You mean, hold on a second, that gives me a challenge. So I should come up with the next game?
Yeah.
Who can hold their breath longer, you or me? They say normal people can hold their breath for like 1 minute, but like if you're a super swimmer and you train yourself, you can hold your breath for 2 minutes. Or the opposite of hold your breath for 1 minute is, can you say like a million words in 10 seconds? Like just nonstop, complete talking, just whatever comes to your mind. And just like talk. Can you do that? That's what I talk about on my show. That's my challenge for you. Try to pretend like your daddy on his show. 10 seconds. No breath.
Wait, what?
So you can't breathe. You can't say.
No, I want to play the one where we have to say stuff a million times.
Here's another challenge. What about supercalifragilisticexpialidocious 10 times in a row?
No.
I think she doesn't like your games.
Okay. What Isabella says you don't like daddy's games. I mean father's games. What game do you have an idea?
I told you the one where you had to talk in 10 seconds. Do you have ears?
No, I don't. Sometimes they turn off.
I know.
Okay, what are the rules of this game?
Oh my god, you made it up.
I said 10 seconds. Talk as fast as you want, right? Can you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I said it before. That's why I'm confused. I thought you said no to it. Okay, go for it. I'm counting 10 seconds. How many words can you put into 10 seconds? That was 6 strings and 5 notes, but that was pretty good. And that was 10 seconds at least. I think you went up to 14 seconds. I thought you were going to talk. You just wanted to hit the guitar? It's your guitar.
The notes on the guitar.
Well, the note sounded good. 2 of the strings are the same. The low note and the high note are the same note. They're called E. Except one is really low and the other one is really, really high.
I think I have to go.
I love you, babes. Happy Boxing Day. They call it Boxing Day in England. That's what Peppa Pig would say.
Yeah.
Today's Boxing Day. So happy Boxing Day, girlfriend. Today's Boxing Day. So happy.
We gotta go now.
Okay. Happy Boxing Day, Nana. Happy Boxing Day, Veron.
Frosting Day?
Boxing. It could be Frosting Day.
Oh. Okay. Talk to you later.
Yeah, you're doing a loop. I know what you're doing, Veron. I love you, babe. Press red. Press red. Do it for the old man. No. Yeah, my daughter's 9 years old. She's getting pretty good at saying no. But I'm going to wait for the door to slam, and then I'll turn back the show. But sometimes in my real life, there was a slam. That's the type of thing we like in the Black History Special. I had no idea this was an unannounced phone call. It looks like I got some family meeting happening a little bit later. And so I'm going to stay on as long as I can. And then when that happens, I'm going to kill the show. But it looks like I'll be up for a little bit. Hey, Sophie. Okay, I haven't read the chat for a while. That was me and my daughter. I know the numbers are going up and down. I'm going to play some music here. But that was Eros Ramazzotti before.
Writing in capital letters is rude.
Okay, that song's way, way too long. That one's too short. This one I don't know. But I do know a song from her. What's that song called? I don't know. I think I played it already. Look, when you watch the Black History Special show, there should be a low expectation. You might get random phone calls like my daughter or my mother calling it. That's pretty cool. You might hear the walrus in the background. You might hear music that maybe you never heard before. Sometimes I like playing. Maybe I'll do a song like that right now. I'm sorry, what? Oh, we have a request. Which song?
And then do it from Pentatonix.
Yeah. We got a request here coming in for the Walrus. You're watching the king of lo-fi. Hope it sounds great on your end. It is now 2048. That was Pentatonix. Beautiful, beautiful request from the Walrus with their rendition of Hallelujah. Beautiful, beautiful piece of music. I tell you, when you watch the king of lo-fi, I know you expect great music in low definition. And does that make you anything? I don't know, but it's pretty cool if you can. Look, haven't we had enough of hi-fi? To be honest with you, lo-fi is one step closer to silence.
the silence, the questioning, it's in my middle world. Ain't no to me, you describe me, don't you understand? Oh, my little girl.
Depeche Mode. Enjoy the silence.
Enjoy the silence.
I was going to say, this was the one with the fake ending. I didn't realize how quick it came in. It's now 2058. And look, happy Boxing Day to everybody. So I'm going to stick with this theme here for now. So somebody gives me a request. I know we got a small one from the crowd. And it's cool. I know people come in. Carol, she said, I'm popping in to say hi. And I know people are coming in and they're coming out. They're coming in. I know tomorrow's going to say what. Probably like yesterday's show. Yesterday I broke 50, whatever. Today's going to be whatever. But people like to come in and say hi for a couple of minutes and join the chat, and I think that's cool. But here's my next song, and I'm going to stick with Boxing Day with England. You're watching The King of Lo-Fi. I hope it sounds great on your end. I actually do.
Sometimes you presence masquerade. Sometimes you presence masquerade. You can't be better. Always working steps ahead. Letting you walk behind you run. Walking down the street, yeah, past your door, guess you're it's years since you've been there, and now you've disappeared somewhere. I got a space, you found something reason and see. At the desert's masquerade, and I miss you. Yeah. At the desert's masquerade, and I miss you. At the desert's masquerade, and I miss you. Yeah. At the desert's masquerade, desert's masquerade. Presence masquerade, presence masquerade. Presence masquerade, it's you. Presence masquerade, it's you. Presence masquerade.
Oh, commercial break.
Watch carefully.
Which I can't get out of. We're watching The King of Lo-Fi. Here we go. Gordon Ramsay, buy his book. We're watching The King of Lo-Fi. Happy Boxing Day. That was Clannad. I used to call them Clannad. Well, this is by Red Bull. And you can wake up. Look, I know I'm small from the crowd here, but it's just being recorded digitally for my pleasure. Just imagine I could listen to this show like tomorrow and go, huh. Anyway, I'm going to go away from that. Like I saw Clannad live in London. I bought the tickets, and when I first moved there, and I was, I love that group. And I had a couple of their records, and I used to grow up with listening to their music. And when they were in London, I was like, I got to check this show out. And I almost fell asleep. So I'm going to play some music that is going to wake up everybody. You're watching the king of Lo-Fi. I hope it sounds awesome on your end.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag and drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, plug it, build it, grow it, jam it, lock it, switch it, spray it, pause it, click it, press it, break it, switch it, fade it, paint it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, punch, rename it, touch it, bring it, play it, technologic, one more time. Like the legend of the Phoenix, yeah. All kings with big humans. Keeps a bad the first thing I begin. We've come too far to give up where we are. So let's raise the bar and our path to the stars. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get up all night to get lucky. I was dreaming about you in this dream, dancing right beside you. There's nothing wrong, just a little bit of time. We were dancing all night long. I don't know what to do. I was dreaming you. I was dreaming you. One more time. Faster makes us stronger. Never we're getting over. Get higher, better. We got that makes us stronger. We're getting over. We got the makes us stronger. Feeling so free, celebrating, days so free. One more time, music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, dance so we're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all
I know I had to press that button. I did this advertisement about what makes them look like they weren't famous yet and they were still on the payroll for a 5-year deal. I hope they're making money now. Pentatonics, great, big production stuff. That's the type of thing I like in the like for better stuff. No, when I first was exposed to that group, the Walrus, she said, "You got to check out this group." I heard the song, and when I heard it, I was like, "That's really good." And I like really good stuff. And that was really once again, Daft Punk, a couple of weird French guys that make pretty cool music. I think I like about 5 of their songs, which is more than Fatboy Slim. So I'll put them on top of the list. Hey, JB's back in the chat. I know my numbers go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. You guys are great. I'm sorry I'm not reading the whole chat, but it's a lot of people coming in, a lot of people going out. You can see what we're going on. I got a family meeting. I'm not sure what it is. It's like one of these question mark things. My mother was talking in code because my daughter's there, but it looks like there's going to be some family meeting happening at the Sarasota Memorial Hospital in like, I don't know, half an hour or something like that. I don't know what it is. But my phone is on, so I may have to go say bye-bye to the show for a bit. I may have to go on the street, to be honest. I have no idea what's going to happen tonight. But I never had a family meeting call before. So okay, I'll check this out. But all options are on the table, as they say in the military. I haven't seen Joan yet today, but I know Joan's a warrior, thinking of the military, made me think about Joan. And God bless Joan. And I know what you're going through is, well, I don't know what you're going through. I just read about it, saw it on TV or something. But it's just something new. And look, I said the word military, made me think of warrior, made me think of you. Look, this is the way my brain works, whether you like it or not. Warrior, okay, that makes me think about a song. Hold on a second. This whole thing could be, huh? In the old days, when they figured out how to take vines and turn them into rope, that was a modern breakthrough. I don't know what the guy's name is. Maybe his name was Rope. What did we call a rope anyway? Well, the guy who invented rope a billion years ago, whatever, the caveman, look, whenever they invented rope, I think it was before the wheel. I think they got rope and then they invented the wheel, or was it vice versa? Maybe they did it at the same time. But it's about thinkers, and they just go, let's take these 3 vines and braid it. This is before they even could speak. But they drew pictures, I think, with chalk or something on the wall. I don't know. I'm not an expert caveman. Nor do I wish to be. Don't get me wrong. If there was a documentary on television or on YouTube or whatever, and it happened to, and it says the evolution of cavemen, I'd probably watch it. I'll be honest with you. Am I going to lose any sleep over it tonight? I don't think so. But anyway, that was Pentatonics. Before that was Planted. Now I'm trying to fall asleep here. I got a family meeting. Oh no! We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to play something that wakes me up. I have a better, like, this is the double joke for me and nobody's going to get it. Maybe the walrus, but I'm nothing, and I'm not going to give the other clue. I'm going to play a song, which I don't think I've ever played on my show before. You're watching the king of lo-fi.
Raindrops are falling on my head, just like the guy's feet are too big for his bed. Nothing seems to fit those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just made me some talking in the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. He's speaking on the top. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they seem to defeat me. Won't be long till happiness takes some to bring me. Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes are soon be turning red. The cry is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain like I'm blaming, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. It won't be long till happiness does something to bring me. Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes are soon be turning red. The cry is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain like I'm blaming, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. He will take care of me. He will smile like the sea and close to my heart. Please stay. I will bear 3 guns, all with strawberry curls. You will and fade. While I'm combing their hair, I will catch his warm stain on island. Far away, far away. I wanna go far away to the shoreline. Hang out, turn to me, and I'll be for you to another night. Another life. There's a boy next to me, and he never will do anything but ball at the bar. And I think he's the tops, he's where everything stops. How I love to look from afar. When he walks right past me, and I finally see on this bar stool I can't stay. so I'm taking my frown to a far distant town. I'm away, far away, far away. I'm away to the shoreline.
By request, that was Ingrid Michaelson. A beautiful, beautiful piece of music, Far Away. Look, it's always for me a challenge to follow up. When I hear a great, great piece of music, it's kind of this contest macho thing in me. No, maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's I want to find something that's equal to what I just heard. Not something that's worse. Something that's equal to great, great music. And that, as a DJ, I think it's always a challenge. I mean, I like the contrast thing, but I usually pick certain reasons why I pick a certain song. I don't just like randomly like go from metal to country music without there being some reason, whether it's lyrics or tempo or something. There's always something going on in my head. And so I'm going to follow up on that one, JB. Great request. I love her voice, and a very, very talented singer, Ingrid Michaelson. I'm going to bounce it off with a balancing act on the tightrope. Check this one out. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi.
Here you come again, just when I've begun to get myself together. You waltz right in the door, just like you've done before, and wrap my heart round your little finger. Here you come again, just when I'm about to make you burn without you. You look into my eyes and lie into your eyes, and pretty soon I'm wondering how I came to love you. Oh, you, you smile and smile, and then go on and pretend. Just leave it to you, I didn't live a while. You're messing up my mind, and up my senses. Here you come again, looking better than a body has a right to, and shaking me so. And all I think of is you and again. And here I go.
you're watching the Black Spanish show, of course, that is Miss Dolly Parton with her first country pop hit. Before that, she was country, pure, pure, pure. And then when she came out with that song, a lot of her fans, they were disgusted. It was before the boob job. And she went pop. Then she had to buy new bras. This show is PG-13. I'm talking about Dolly Parton. Everybody talks about this stuff. I actually do love her music. I think it's great. And I'm glad she went pop, because otherwise I would not have heard that music and that song in the 70s in Massachusetts. That was like breakthrough stuff. I heard Kenny Rogers. I heard Dolly Parton. I heard John Denver, Willie Nelson. That was about it. But it made it through. As I got older, I realized that I missed so much stuff. Dwight Yoakam. I mean, I miss. Look, it's like for me when I moved to Europe, I was like, whoa, I'm hearing different type of stuff that I would never hear. That never makes it across the pond, we say. And so it's nice to be able to listen to all different styles of music. When you watch the Black and Spanish show, it really is about lo-fi, acceptance, PG-13. That's about it. But the first two you don't have to really do. You just go to another channel. It's the easy one. You just flip it over. Press the right button. Look, no, I'm not going to play that one. This is a go-to. All my go-tos show up. Nah, not that one. I played that one yesterday. YouTube, I love you. They always put one political thing in. What did I think? I watch politics? But what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3. So I have 12 different squares, right? I call it the Hollywood squares. YouTube is telling me what I should watch. They recommend. They said, dude, man, Blackie, check out, this is what we think you want to watch. And it's 11 music and 1 political. I think they got it right, actually. I do play more music than I do politics. But it looks like they know that's why they send me advertisements. Well, he's a guy who's like a music freak, but he watches politics. That's why I get ads for stuff that I don't need. The algorithms have figured me out. Brilliant. I'll be honest with you. I'm ready when I get this phone call. For me, I can figure out this. I'm a quick analyzer. There's 2 scenarios why there's a family meeting at the hospital. There's only 2 reasons. My mother gave me a heads up yesterday, and so I don't know. I'm going to flip a coin and wait for it. I'm just going to hang out, no gravity, like flipping a coin in the space station. It's going to spin and spin and spin and spin. And I'll have this family meeting tonight, and it's going to be one of 2 things. Or my intuition is wrong, but my intuition can't really pinpoint, but it does go in the direction of this or that. It could be the other thing. I don't know. I'm pretty good at seeing in the past. I'm pretty good at seeing the now. Seeing the future, I'm not really good at that stuff. That's why I believe in optimism. I can't see into the future, but if I do think I can, then I will. I'd rather be an optimist if I look into my future. But now I'm really good at reading people and stuff. I'm pretty good at that stuff. The past, I'm pretty good. I can see stuff like even before I was born. That's weird. But I get a lot of information and stuff. The future, for me, I can't. I mean, I tried a couple of times. Can't. Sometimes I get my wishes. That's nice. When you get a wish, isn't that lovely? When you wish upon the stars, stuff like that, right? Walt Disney, gorgeous. Make a wish. When you watch the Black and Spanish show, think about it. Okay, what did I pick on? This one. I have so many favorite songs from them, but Sarah is definitely in my top 5. Fleetwood Mac, a great group. I know I'm playing a lot of English music, celebrating Boxing Day in Vienna is kind of weird, but I'm thinking about Boston. And if I was in Boston, well, back in the old days, I would like to have. I moved to Boston. Tracy Chapman with her first smash hit single from her first record, actually. Fast Car. No, I'm going to take you all the way from Boston. Look, when I had a car, okay, it was a Datsun. It wasn't really that fast. But I thought I had a fast car. And I was 17 years old. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to Boston. This is pretty cool. Actually, I think I was 16 and a half. As soon as I got my license, the first thing I did, well, I got a car from my bass player's buddy, and it cost $300. And I actually could afford $300 in the 80s. I thought, okay, I'll buy that car for $300. It was a junker. But he said he would take care of the insurance and all that stuff. He said, just give me $300. I said, okay. I gave him then I was broke, but I had a job, so it was okay. And I was like, hey, I have a car. I'm 16 and a half years old. That's pretty cool. And of course, you want, as a young boy, you want to figure out how fast your car can go. Once again, I said it was a Datsun. Doesn't mean it was a bad car, but it was a junker. But it was perfect to put graffiti on. Look, I'm talking about the old days. I know I'm getting old. Especially around this time of the year, the end of the year. Armageddon, no, the next year folds around. So as we say bye-bye to 2019, look, the Christmas story is over. Today's Boxing Day. I'm thinking about Bobby Stallone. I'll say it that way. That was a high-level joke for anybody who watched me from the beginning. The deal is, there is no deal. Everybody knows that part, right? But when we listen to music, it's amazing how frequencies and hearing words I know it must have something to do with, is it physics or metaphysics? It has something to do with physics. That as one gets older, it doesn't even matter if you're a child. The reality, I'm talking about memory. Think. Some people like to read history books. Look, they have a channel on cable in USNA, History Channel, right? Popular channel, actually. I think they have a lot of subscribers. At least 1 million. They have commercials. Maybe 2 million. I don't know. Maybe 10. But the History Channel is rather popular. People like to look into their past to remember what their grandfather did, their great-great-grandfather, and so forth. What was it like for my generation, my DNA, whatever it is, that I'm connected to people that I didn't know, but have the same last name as me. It's interesting stuff to research. They even have a website called Ancestry.com. That's rather popular, actually. People like doing that stuff. It all has to do with history. But there are two components. History has to be viewed from the now. So the now and the past are connected.
Are you reeling in the years? Stored away the time. Are you gathering up the tears? And you're hiding out the mind. You could tell me you're a genius since you were 17. And all the time I've known you, I still don't know what you do. When we get to the college, didn't turn out like you planned. The things that cost the knowledge I can't understand. Are you reeling in the years? Stored away the time. Are you gathering up your tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years? Stored away the time. Are you gathering up your tears? Have you had enough of mine? I spent a lot of money and I spent a lot of time. The trick we made the house with the station on my mind. After all the things we done, you still finding my love again. The things you think are useless, I can't understand. Are you reeling in the years? Stored away the time. Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years? Stored away the time. Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine?
Of course, that was Steely Dan. I love that song, actually. I think it's a great. It's one of the early songs. You can hear that it's actually not like mega produced. They were in a small studio and stuff. It just happened to be great. This is also a great group. And Raging, thanks for joining the chat back again. And here's tomorrow, but here's your present today. You're watching the King of Lo-Fi. Enjoy your break.
Friday night when the lights are low, looking up for a place to go. Anybody could be that guy. Now you're stumbling.
Yeah, that was ABBA. Look, that was for Raging. Look, his birthday's tomorrow, okay? If there's any confusion in the chat. I said that was a pre-birthday present, okay? So I just felt like playing ABBA when I saw you come back. I know, look, you guys are great. I know you guys are doing other stuff. And then when you guys come in, take your breaks and stuff and come in and hang out with me, that's cool. And whatever you want to hear. Judy loves ABBA. Good. Tony, tell me who was Judy. That sounds like a song. Tony, tell me who was Judy. No, that's a line for Robert De Niro. Look, the show is not political. Look, when you watch the Blackie Fitzpatrick show, I'll be honest with you, expectations are low. But I did manage to play ABBA, which is pretty cool. And Regin's got a birthday, which means he's still breathing. That's the type of thing we like in the Blackie Fitzpatrick show. People who watch my show who are breathing. The heartbeat is also important. After that, I don't really care. You're on your own. Look, the important thing is, look, number one, it's hard to remember. How do you find the Blackie Fitzpatrick show? Well, of course, under the Alec Whittier channel. Duh. How come not under the Blackie Fitzpatrick channel? That's my secret, and I'm taking it to the grave. I know it's confusing for some people, but you guys, the ones who found me, let the followers know. I am still not monetized. I still play music in lo-fi. I get caution flagged. Today, not. It's really weird. But the last few shows I've been doing, I've been getting like yellow the whole time. And I'm just like, whatever, I'm going to keep on playing it. I don't care. I'm like, I'm always thinking, look, you always have to think one step ahead. And with dealing with YouTube and stuff like this, okay, I got to learn how to spell first. Okay, I think I got it. And then I have to write in one letter. Okay, 2 letters. This group is too famous. Okay, I had to write 2 letters. The one thing you also get when you watch the Blackie Fitzpatrick show is honesty. I can tell you that it's really easy. If my show is like as bad as watching like Seinfeld, you'd have a case in point. I don't know why I watch Seinfeld. I sit there and I go, is there any popcorn? What are they going to say next? And look, okay, I don't have Kramer, but I have a walrus. And you never know when Kramer's going to show up. You never know when the walrus is going to show up. So that's like what I don't have is that the other guy and the girl. Okay, I'm not as good as Seinfeld. I thought they had 4 people. Maybe I could be close. I can't be friends. That's 5 people. How many people are Big Bang Theory? 8? That's a lot. So yeah. So my show is like sometimes the walrus shows up. Sometimes I have surprise guests, at least on the horn. So you get to hear people's voices and stuff like that. So I like doing the old school radio shows, and I don't have to be as fancy like as the big TV shows. And my sister, I forgot to do it, but I forgot to do a lot of things today. But I did dust, and I did super glue. The other thing, the black thing, you got to tell me what it's for because I couldn't find it. But this D Live thing, my sister Gil, you guys know her as Gil, she tried to tell me about this D Live thing, and I can do it at the same time when I'm doing YouTube, but I'll get people from D Live, which is some new thing some trendy thing. I'm still like, it looks like YouTube is old school, but YouTube can cross over into this new thing where the kids are watching to get more advertisements. And my sister said I should check that one out. So maybe I'll do that one tomorrow. So I finished my chores. Tomorrow's I have a concert tomorrow. When do I get a day off? Okay, on Saturday I'll probably I'll check into in case you're listening, Gil. I'll check it out this D Live thing. But look, let me get one thing straight. Hold on a second. Which version should I play? This is probably better. Hold on a second. Look. It is now 2204. Whoa, for me it's early. And for you guys, it's mega early. Happy 4 o'clock to Eastern Standard Time Zone. Happy 3 o'clock to Central. I don't think I have anybody from Mountain or Western, but that's okay. I'll take the East and I'll take Central. And anybody who's lurking from around Europe or if Elena's still watching in Russia, Elena, it's not too bad. In Russia, it is now 12:04, or excuse me, 0004 in Moscow. So yeah, it's not so bad. I know you had your birthday a couple of days ago. Raisin's got his coming up. It's funny, you guys are all, my mother has her birthday. No, excuse me, my sister has her birthday coming up. So it looks like you 3 have something in common, okay? What does it call it? Sagittarius? That's at the end of the month, right? Or no, I'm wrong. That's my daughter. What's the one after that? Is it Capricorn?
Mm-hmm.
Capricorn. So you guys are Capricorn. I'm terrible at astrology. That's why I'm allowed to mess it up. I know that I'm Leo the Lion, they call me. But I don't really believe in that stuff too much. But it's weird when it does. Look, every time I read the horoscope, it tells me I'm awesome because I have beautiful hair. So, and it's not just me. It's everybody who is born in a Leo sign. Could be boy, could be girl. They tell you every day the same thing. Oh, you got beautiful hair. Just they remind you, now you should sleep. Now you should kill. Now you should sleep. Now you should kill. Once in a while they say make baby lionesses. But usually it's sleep and kill. And so lion, if that's my, hold on a second. In the Chinese thing, the Chinese New Year's, was at the end of January or something. The Chinese New Year, I'm a monkey. Ha, ha, ha. Look, I'll be honest with you. How do I make this joke? When one is traveling through a jungle, let's picture Kenya approaching Kilimanjaro. You see the snow on the top. As you go through the bush, it's not really a jungle there because Kenya is a mile high. That's why there's a mountain there. Kenya is actually it's amazing. It's on the equator, but it's actually a rather comfortable 75, 76 degrees with no humidity, like every day of the year. And if you want to go skiing, you go up to Mount Kilimanjaro. I don't think it's a very steep slope. No, I get to see that in the distance. But what I'm trying to say is that if you're on like a safari and to get from the capital of Nairobi to Kilimanjaro, it's a little bit of a trek. Okay, of course they have cars there and stuff, so you get in the car and all this stuff. And you got to drive through all the whatever, right? Elephants and giraffes and all the fun stuff that you want to see. Gazelles. I like gazelles. They're funny. I like the curves of their horns and stuff, and they're big. They don't look like reindeer. I said I wasn't going to talk about Christmas. I should have said deer, not reindeer. But when one makes a journey, even through life, there's a moment to pause. The journey is not in one breath. The journey is in many steps. And look, during this holiday season, taking breaks was good. Isabel right now is working like crazy, Lou. But that's okay too. I actually feel like I'm busy. I got a concert tomorrow. And I know that Carol's saying that she's writing from work. And so we go back to work. We're always working, right? I get that part. But at a certain point, we may, not necessarily through exhaustion, but through common sense. And sometimes it's a request. It sounds like, let me say it in a different way. When you look, anybody who likes to study English, Elena, the title of this song is called Stay the Night. Now, it sounds like a command, but it's just the beginning of a sentence with a comma, and then he follows up every time with a different reason why someone should stay the night. But I just think about, it makes me sleepy, Chicago.
Smart, just let him sweat, huh? Tools are out stealing up checks. I've heard it in traffic. I can't believe it. Danny Zuko turned Jack. That's right, but then he's doing desertness. Well, you guys can't follow all your lives, can you? Oh, come on, guys. You know you mean a lot to me. It's just a Sandy does too. And I'm going to do anything I can to get us.
Sandy. Tell me about it. Step. I got chills, they're multiplying, and the blues and the trouble. You're the power, you're supplying. It's a natural fire.
You're watching the king of lo-fi. Oh, it sounds great. Oh. Look, when you watch the king of lo-fi, that's what you get. Shaka Khan, what a lovely lyric. Through the Fire. I know earlier I played Prodigy, Fire Starter, but Through the Fire, is that like walking on fire? Or there's, of course, through the fire is a metaphor. Hey, that's the oath that I took every time I got married. Sickness and in health, richer or for poorer. And they give you all these things that you put your hand up, right hand and left hand on your heart, and you make a vow. Not to the church. I did it actually at the town hall. It was for the government. You get the piece of paper. But the vows kind of mean something. Through the fire. A lot of people go, it's a little bit, look, there's an expression, right? If it's too hot in the kitchen, get a job as a waiter. That made the walrus laugh. And look, you watch the Black Spanish show. It really should be about at least smiles 3 times. I got 1 smile out of the walrus. That's pretty cool, actually. I'm good. Now I'm waiting for the family meeting, and JB, no, I'm not going to do it live. I'm going to turn it off. But that was a good joke. I know it was a half joke. Like, you're a brother from another mother from Boston, just like me, okay? I know you was born. We were born in Eastern Massachusetts, so we're the same area. Cheers from Vienna. Now I found my song. Look. All right, they made me write 3 letters. Every moment. I talk about this stuff all the time. Every moment.
I could stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you're sleeping, while you're far away and dreaming. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment. forever. Every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. Because I miss you, and I don't want to miss you. 'Cause even when I dream of you, it seems to never do. I still miss you, and I don't want to miss you. I'm close to you, feeling your heart beating. And I wonder what you're doing. Wondering if it's you will see it. Then I kiss your eyes and thank God we're together. And I just wanna stay with you. Give the moment forever. I don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep 'cause I miss you. Don't wanna miss you. 'Cause even when I dream of you, it seems to never do. I still miss you. And I don't wanna miss you. I don't wanna miss you. This one kiss, I just wanna be with you. Just like this, I just wanna your heart so close to mine. Just
That song is obviously performed by Aerosmith. They didn't write it, but brilliantly performed by Aerosmith. I don't want to miss a thing. What I love about the luxury of stuff like that is that because usually the stuff that I do, I work with. This is a pretend scratch. Usually the stuff that I do, I work with the metronome, or what I think is a really great drummer, but that usually didn't work out. And so metronome has kind of been the way I go. But that was a real. You can hear the conductor slowing the song down almost to a grinding halt at the end. And it makes it more dramatic. And there's only one way you can do that. I think that the guys from Aerosmith played on it afterwards. But once again, they didn't write the song. So they had the song, the orchestra played. And then somebody says, will you guys put a guitar and bass and drums and your voice on it? And they were like, how much do we get paid? They're like, it's for a movie. It's called Armageddon with Bruce Willis. And we're like, okay. can my daughter be the co-star? And Steven Tyler got his wish, and so his daughter got to be a star in the movie. That's called A Big Push. They didn't write the song, and it was I love tracks like that. It's full orchestra with a good conductor, at least as far as I can figure out. I don't know who he is. I haven't Googled him that much, but it's a great, great piece of music. It looks like I got the heads up here from my brother. It looks like the family meeting is not going to happen until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see what happens here. But I'm glad. Look, we had Shaka Khan. Now we got Aerosmith. Well, look, when you watch The King of Lo-Fi, at least you can say that the music is mediocre at best. It's not like complete rubbish. I mean, the lo-fi we accept. I am the king of acceptance. And I never said I was the king of rock and roll. I never said I was the king of hi-fi. I am the king of lo-fi, and I accept it. Everything I say is real or a half joke, and even the half jokes are sometimes real. So there's a balancing act. I talk about this stuff a lot. Cirque du Soleil, keep up with me. There was a song that I wanted to. I played it the other day, and I'm going to play it again because I like it. And now I remember the quicker way. 3 letters, you're making me work. 4 letters. Ugh. Why they're making me. Now to remember. Oh, now I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters, and that's how. Wow. I know it's a long, long joke. Every time that somebody sees a Bruce Springsteen concert, I'll be honest with you, I never saw him live. My sister liked him a lot. I used to like listening to his records. What was that one? The 3-record thing in The River or something like that. And I used to like some of those songs. Pink Cadillac, that was a good song, and a couple of the other ones which I forgot. Most of the stuff I thought was boring. But I'm not talking about Bruce Springsteen. I'm talking about. And don't get me wrong, maybe his record was great, and it was like I have to listen to it again. For anybody who's a huge mega, I'm not making fun of River or whatever it's called, the 3-record thing. I said there was one song that was good, maybe 2. And I'm not a critic. I'm just a listener, and so are you. You're listening and watching, possibly. Some people just watch me as a radio show. I mean, listen to me as a radio show. And that's kind of, look, when I'm the king of acceptance, I kind of get it. The principle always goes down. Oh, I think this is basic. I don't even think I have to say it out loud. It's the way it is, right? When you watch The King of Lo-Fi. Hey, I love that song. Bruce Hornsby, In the Range. Always makes me think about free range. It's like, should I have some eggs or something? No, look. When you watch the Blackie Fitzpatrick show, there's always one conundrum. Hold on a second. What is this one? I'm going to slowly wind down this show. If anybody wants to take over, you got the floor. Look, and I got this family stuff coming up, and I'm going to slowly try to make some food. The Walrus and I, we had snacks and stuff, and now it's time for frozen pizza. Or watch TV or something. But I got the heads up, and it's time to say Happy Boxing Day. You guys have been super, super awesome. It's now 2:42. I got a meeting in about 1 hour and 18 minutes. And Ish, my brother told me Ish. So I'm going to be king of the cups and the 2 turntables. And hey, I think that's a perfect intro for my. Before I play the Doobie Brothers. So now's a chance for everybody to say Happy Boxing Day, and thank you guys for watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. You're always going to be part of my life. Thank you.
And night by night, feel good my mind. And over time, and then the taking stop, my heart beats up. I can't take it anymore. It's true, I let go. It's true. I'm in my system. Love that soul. In my system. I'll keep on pushing until I get through. I'll make it just the same. Yes, take it to ya. Turn your mind around. I never take time, but you know this way goes. Day by day, day by day. Your romantic vision of me and love, holding hands on Sunday and Monday too.
some ice.
Two, three, four.